morning, students. Let us now continue with the new chapter, account part 2, that is company's final account. We have learned the final account of sole proprietorship. We have learned the final account of non-profit organization. We have learned the final account of sole proprietor, single entry accounting system. Partnership final account also we have understood. So now we are going to proceed to the company's final account. Company, as we know, the joint stock company have n number of owners and all the owners are far from the company and company's management. They are only called once in a year, that attend the annual general meeting, and they have no rapport with the company, administration, management, and what is going on in a company. So the only common factor, only the common tool by which the management is able to transmit information to the company, that is what company's final account. With a financial statement prepared by the company, the management is able to inform the real owners and all those parties are interested in knowing about the company, about what the company's progress, about company's assets and liabilities and company's profits and all. So now today onwards we study about the financial statement, how to prepare, what are the characteristics, what the importance, objectives, and the two basic statement, financial statements, that is profit and loss account and the balance sheet of the company. Let us begin with first, that is the meaning. The meaning of financial statement means the financial statement are those documents which inform the investors and the interested parties about the performance and companies, what activities are done and how the financial position company hold. The statement which communicate, which convey to the public in general as per the guideline provided in the Companies Act. So you have to abide the legal requirements and accordingly you need to prepare the company's financial statements. So those statements, the main purpose of the statement is to communicate the result, the performance, the position of the company in terms of finance, in terms of monetary information. What are the objectives of these financial statements? Why we prepare and why it is so important for us to know about the financial statement? The very first objective is to know the true and fair position, financial position of the company. Any investor want to invest in the shares of the company, then definitely before buying the shares, the investor going to, that is the prospective investor, he is going to refer what is the stand, what are the fundamentals of the company, is the company sound. So such a very layman, a person who is not an investor, not yet purchased a share, if he is interested in knowing the financial position, then what about those who have already invested? So it is such an important medium through which you can inform the true and fair position of the financial position of the company can be informed to the people, can be known from the document. To know the true and fair, see, we always emphasize on the true and fair. We have learned the accounting principles and assumptions and conventions. The purpose of all this is to get the true and fair information. Depreciation can be charged with one method, can be charged with another method. Like that, closing stock, inventory can be calculated with one method, with other method. So all these make difference in the financial situation of the company. So true and fair, genuineness should be there to know the financial performance. Performance means with the help of profit and loss account, how much profit you have earned, that shows the performance. And financial position means the balance sheet. Balance sheet will give us the information about financial position, and performance give us information about the profit and loss and the profit earning capacity of the company. Next is to comply with the legal requirements. In case of sole proprietorship business, in any manner you prepare your final account, it left to you, because you are the investor, you are the owner, you are the person who is working. So only for your understanding you prepare, that's also okay. But here you are using money invested by n number of shareholders. You are using others' money. So government involvement going to be there. Income tax department involvement going to be there. Government watch going to be there. So legal, all the requirements has to be fulfilled. It has to be done in a precise manner, not in a way which you feel like. So to abide the legal requirements. To communicate the financial information to the company's various interested parties, means the stakeholders. In class 11, you remember we have learned the all stakeholders, the investors, the creditors, the government, the competitors, the management, the employees, all are interested to know regarding what the financial position of a company, what is the performance of a company. We are working in this organization, is it worth to continue, or I leave the job and go to other place? Even the employees are interested. So employees, creditors, competitors, investors, lenders, the owners, the management, all are interested. So it is a tool of communication. You are communicating, you are sending all the documents to everybody in the e-form. The physical form nowadays is not much used. So through the e-form only the communication done by the company. So these are the basic objectives of financial statement, why we prepare, what it contains and how it helps us. Now the next is that financial statement as per the section 2/40 of the Companies Act, which documents you have to prepare as a financial statement. What should be there? What are the documents we are going to learn in this particular chapter? The very first going to be the balance sheet. Balance sheet has to be prepared, and you have to communicate in reference of the assets, liabilities, equities and the total, the equation of our finance balance sheet. The next is profit and loss. If you are a manufacturing company and a business unit, you are going to prepare a profit and loss. But if you are doing a business not earning profit but an social objective, then non-trading financial institution, last year in class 11 we have learned, that is income and expenditure account. Either you prepare P&L account or you prepare income and expenditure account according to the business what you are doing. So first is balance sheet, second is P&L. Third is, that is the cash flow statement. We have a separate chapter based on this cash flow statement we will be learning. The fourth is a statement of change in the equity if applicable. You are not going to do this every time. If at all some new equity issue you put into the market, some changes are there, then only the statement is to be mentioned regarding the change. Next is, that is the note related to the account. See, you are preparing a statement of balance sheet which includes so many detailed explanation which cannot be written in the balance sheet. You keep on writing the separate notes for explanation of each point concerned to balance sheet or a P&L. So those separate related notes are also to be written, to be kept and to be maintained. So in this manner, these are the 5 documents which you have to prepare, and when you do this, it is called that you have prepared the financial statement as per the section 2/40 of Companies Act. This all will come for your MCQ. Keep in mind. Now the next we see the characteristics of financial statement. Which are the character of our financial statement? The very first, the financial statement are also known as a historical statement. For a one-liner question you may have, why financial statements are known as a historical statement? Because it related to the past. We always prepare our results at the end of a financial year. So it always talks about the previously what has happened, that business result you are mentioning. So again for the MCQ as well as for your 1 mark question, you have to keep this in mind that it is a historical statement. Next is that this statement always the figures you write is in terms of money. You may be manufacturing goods in tons and in quintals, but whatever quantity you are producing and you are selling, whatever assets you are owning, everything to be turned, converted into money, because in rupee form and money differ from country to country. If you are preparing financial statement in India, you have to use the money as a rupee, as a currency. In other country, US, if you are preparing, you are going to explain in terms of dollars. So as per the currency of the prevailing country, the use of money, conversion into money and financial statement to be prepared. Next, that it must be based on the records and the facts. Class 1 of 11, if you remember voucher, you have to have a base document. You cannot write anything on your own as it comes in your mind. Your personal opinions and bias should not reflect in the financial statement. You have to have a basic record. Based on that, every entry data is to be allowed to enter in financial statement. The profit and loss account is for the given period. What we used to write? Profit and loss account for the year ending on. It means for the 12-month duration. All the data we are talking about. So it always for the given period at the end of the particular financial year. Next, that balance sheet what you prepare, it shows the equity, the liability and the asset for a particular point of time. It means that we prepare it as on. If you remember, we used to write that balance sheet as on. It is on a particular day position we express. It's not for 12 months. It only on a particular day. This is the liability, this is the equity, this is our assets. So, P&L refer to 12-month data, while the balance sheet refer to only particular day information. Next, that the financial statement are prepared based on the, you can say, generally accepted accounting principles. As we discussed earlier, that accounting concepts, accounting standards, accounting principles which are accepted in a particular country and which are adopted accordingly as per the guideline of our Companies Act, you have to follow, and generally that manner you have to prepare your financial statement. The amendments keep on coming in our Companies Act. So accordingly, according to the amendments and according to the general principle and accepted facts, accounts are to be prepared. Here, the selection of, you can say that options can be done which are available under the law for the different treatment. See, while preparing this, there are legally, in a Companies Act itself, the few options are given. For example, as I say, depreciation. Depreciation you can charge by SLM also, straight line method. You can charge by reducing balance method also. Clear? So here you can select the option. In case of a inventory, you may have a calculation of a inventory stock. You may be doing it with the LIFO, last in first out, and FIFO, first in first out, or weighted average method. All three are legally accepted. So you are free to select the options. It depends on you. You have to mention the note, and at the same time check that frequently you are not supposed to keep on changing the methods, because it affect your true and fair profit, and it is not good that frequent changes you adopt. So that way you have to do the selection. The next is, that is according to the section 241 of the Companies Act 13, the financial year. Again for the MCQ you have to remember. This is for your one-liner answer. The financial year is ending on 31st March. Suppose the company may incorporate it on the 1st of January of a particular year. Then for the first time, the financial year not going to be of a 12 month. 12 month is a general situation. But the first year may be short by the 12 month. But it has to end on 31st March. From the second year onwards, it will be 1st of April to 31st March. So always compulsorily, in case of sole proprietorship, you may have a as per the Diwali New Year. In case of a partnership also, you may follow any particular financial year which you feel like. But in case of company, it has to be 31st March, that is the financial year, start from 1st of April and so on 31st March. So in this manner, today we have understood the meaning of financial statement, the objectives, the you can say the content of financial statement and its characteristics. The basic theory part of introducing the chapter, that today we have done. From next class onwards, we begin with the financial documents, that is what the balance sheet as well as profit and loss, its format, its content and its example. Thank you.